look at that. These are absolutely delicious. That is perfect.
The Wild Grill is brought to you by Napoleon Grills, North Fork Bison,
Welcome, friends, to this episode of The Wild Grill. So today we will be cooking for you venison tenderloin. It is going to be so delicious. And what goes better with that than roasted vegetables? That's all going to be done on the barbecue. So before we go outside, something that goes really great with venison as well is a nice, fresh, light spring mix salad. So before we jump into putting the ingredients together for the salad, let's go ahead and make the blueberry vinaigrette. So for our vinaigrette, we're going to be using an immersion blender. Super easy, like I said. Let's go ahead and add in 3/4 a cup of oil, okay, olive oil to be precise, 2 tablespoons of balsamic vinegar. We'll go ahead and add in white vinegar, about 2 tablespoons of that as well. For sweetness, we will add honey. And keeping with the tablespoons, another 2 tablespoons for this guy. Great. And then I have about a 1/2 cup of blueberries. Very, very fresh sauce. You are going to love it. All right, and to get this party started, that is looking absolutely wonderful. I can actually smell everything work together. Looks great. Blueberries are so nutritious for you as well. So this salad is going to be not only super yummy, but full of nutrition with the blueberries. All right, let's grab our lettuce here. Okay, we're gonna give this a nice mix, and then we'll start adding our ingredients. I like to save a little bit of my ingredients for the top at the end, just because as you mix, they tend to fall to the bottom. So let's just mix this up first. Okay. Now we're gonna add in our strawberries. I have about a cup here, but depending on, if you like more strawberries than not, you just mix it as you will. About a cup of blueberries. Raspberries, about the same, about a cup. We love feta, so I go a little overboard with feta. Let's give that a mix. If you like your salad more saucy, feel free to add more. However your family likes it, you go ahead and make it happen. And my berries are actually sticking to the top rather nicely, so I will just coat the top with a little bit more of our feta. And then we'll put a little dusting of walnuts on there. There we go. All right, that is looking good. I'm happy with that. And again, this salad, it's so light and delicious. You can have it with any protein. But the best part, I just want to make sure there's enough sauce. Let's test this out. That is perfect. I don't want any more sauce on that. It's sweet, but tangy. I can really taste the blueberries coming through. My family's gonna love this. And I know yours will as well. So now that that's done, let's get on outside and get cooking.
This portion of the Wild Grill is brought to you by North Fork Bison.
So today's main, venison tenderloin, with the accompanying roasted sweet heat vegetables. We'll be cooking all of these on Napoleon's Prestige Pro 665. So let's get started with our vegetables. I've already cut up our sweet potatoes, parsnips. I'll get the carrots going. It's important to get these on, to let them be on there for a while, because nobody likes when they lose a tooth over a hard vegetable. Okay, let's add these bad boys into our basket. Get these on there and start working on some other delicious stuff. Perfect. So now that that's on, let's jump into our other veggies. We'll grab our pepper, cut that up. I also have an onion and then some small button mushrooms, not too big, which will cook up really nicely on the Barbie. I don't cut peppers. All right, let's grab our onion. Get the ends off. Cool little fact. Did you know that the onion powder is actually made from the skins of the onion? Who would have thought? Now let's grab our bowl, put everything in there together. Like a nice vegetable salad. We got our meat today from North Fork Bison. North Fork Bison has been in the wild game meat business since 1997, providing the marketplace with a healthy, natural, and sustainable alternative to traditional meats. Venison Tenderloin is the filet mignon of venison. The venison tenderloin is the same cut of meat that is called the filet mignon in beef. Typically, the filet mignon is the most tender of all cuts. For our meat today, we're going to be coating it rather liberally, I would suggest, with North Fork Bison wild game spice. Now consider this kind of like a typical steak spice. This one's going to be really lovely accompaniment to the venison. So we'll just go ahead and pull those out. Don't be afraid, get it on there nice. Coat it well. So venison is actually considered a more nutritional meat in comparison to beef. So venison was actually the first wild game I had growing up. It was my first entry to the wild game world. My mom cooked it quite a bit and in many wonderful ways. And venison is actually also a great source of many vitamins and minerals, high in vitamin B. So once you're happy with your coating, it'll be time to move on to the next step. All right, that looks good. Looks really great to me. So now it's time to get all of this onto the grill. So we'll go ahead and pull our basket off. I can smell that already. That's gonna be yummy. So we'll go ahead and get these vegetables in here. And don't worry if your onions are still in a bit of a mound. As they rotate, they'll break up and cook nicely. All right. Now that it's on there snug, let's get it back on the heat. Last but not least, let's get the quarterback in the game. Nothing like the smell of meat on a barbecue. Okay. So I have my barbecue about medium heat. I like my venison cooked medium, but really you can cook yours to whatever desired taste you like. Venison is good no matter which way you cook it.
This Wild Sips is brought to you by Select Wines.
Today I have my good friend Erin joining me. And Erin, today I am making delicious venison tenderloin.
Oh, I'm excited I showed up for this one.
I want to know what you think would pair well with my venison tenderloin.
Well, you know, Lindsay, venison can go one of two ways, as we've known, that you can have it very lean, but that gives you lots of opportunity to increase that flavor.
Right.
And then how are you preparing it?
Right on the grill.
So then we're also going to consider some of that char. So look what I've got. Speaking of char, I have smoking loon. First of all, it's a gorgeous wine. It's a Cabernet out of Napa Valley in California. But what I think will work out really nicely about this, can I pour you some?
Yes, please.
Big girl pour or little girl pour?
Let's go little. You know, I know, right?
Okay, you've got to work with fire later. That's fine. So what we've got here is we've got a nice Cabernet. And so Cabernet, especially those coming out of California, we've got some beautiful jammy notes. We have, well, let's just see. See if you agree with me. We've got these redolent kind of black fruits.
Yeah.
Lots of blackberry, lots of black cherry. But you also get some underpinning of like ground black pepper, some vanilla. Let's try it and see what we think. That's nice.
That is nice.
You know what I like about that?
Tell me.
Does your mouth water just a little bit?
A little bit.
Right. So we've got this really full-bodied red wine. It's got a really nice, smooth mouthfeel. We've got those beautiful dark cherry flavors coming through. But we've got a little bit of liveliness there thanks to the acidity. We've got the spice that's going to match with the spice of the food. We've got the lean meat, sure, but we've got this liveliness of this wine to really liven it up. So this is going to pair nicely. I can see this going beautifully.
Wow, I think we have something in the works that's going to be
This portion of the Wild Grill is brought to you by Napoleon Grills.
Napoleon's Prestige Pro 665 propane gas grill with infrared rear and side burners has everything needed for professional grade backyard grilling. The Prestige Pro 665 features 8 burners for a total of 99,000 BTU. One of these burners is the infrared rear burner. With the included commercial grade rotisserie kit, it is perfect for spit roasted meals and roasting vegetables like how we're using it today. Ignite the Prestige Pro gas barbecue grill instantly with the battery-free ignition. This fail-safe ignition system lights burners immediately with a jet of flame to ensure a flawless grilling experience. Guys, that venison is looking so good. So in the meantime, let's get together our vegetable coating, our sweet heat sauce, if you will. So I have some honey here, about 2 tablespoons, and I'm going to add about 1 ounce of the hip vodka today. So we'll just get that on. A little bit more if you're feeling a little frisky. It smells good. And then we'll add about 1.5 teaspoons of your favorite barbecue rub. Okay, we'll give that a stir. And then we're actually going to pour this right over the basket. And it'll drip right down into all of our delicious vegetables. All right, so that has stirred up nicely. Let's just, ooh, I like that. I like it. For the fun part. Oh, listen to the sizzle. Those are nicely coated. Now we just have to give it about 5 minutes more, I'd say, just to give a little bit more of a cook to the venison, and then we're good to go. All right, it's time. Let's get these bad boys off of here. Oh, the smell. If you could smell this right now. Okay, look at the steam coming off. All right. These smell absolutely delicious. I can't help myself. I just need to try a little bite. That looks so good. Oh, these delicious. I can't even talk. These are absolutely delicious. So I'm going to get these inside. I'm going to let them rest for a while. And then we'll get our veggies in and we'll get started on dessert. The white-tailed deer is the most widespread mammal species across North and South America. An average adult male typically weighs between 150 to 300 pounds. Their coat changes with the seasons, reddish-brown in spring and summer, turning gray-brown in fall and winter. They are named for the distinctive white patch on the underside of their tail. Their diet consists primarily of woody shoots, stems, and leaves, along with grasses, cultivated crops, nuts, berries, and wildflowers. An adult deer can consume approximately 2,000 pounds of vegetation annually. Although the North American white-tailed deer population has declined by several million since 2000, it has remained stable and healthy as of 2017, comparable to historical levels. Effective hunting, regulations, and population management play a crucial role in maintaining a balanced and sustainable population of these magnificent creatures for future generations.
The Wild Grill is brought to you by Napoleon Grills, North Fork Bison,
Friends, I have a dessert that is literally going to blow your mind. Today, we are making mini fruit cakes on the barbecue. That's right, I said it is on the barbecue. When I first tried this recipe, I could not believe how these cakes came out. They were so fluffy and light. Kind of like, you know, the saying where people say, oh, it tastes like a cloud. No, this literally did taste like I was eating a cloud. It was absolutely delicious, and I'm so excited for you to try this. Now, what's really interesting about this dessert is it actually only has two main ingredients to the batter. What you're gonna do is you're gonna find your favorite fruit soda, and then you're gonna add in 1 box of your favorite white cake mix. It could be vanilla cake mix, but literally that is it. Here we go. You wanna make sure you pour the soda in slowly, right? Because it will fizz quite a bit. We'll just give that a little bit of a stir as we go. Look at the foam that generates. This is gonna make for a nice airy cake. Now that it's mixed together, all we have to do is add it to our muffin tins. Now these cakes are gonna rise just a touch, but not the normal amount that you would expect from cakes. So go ahead and fill those up pretty high. All right, now that that part's done, we're just gonna get these right onto the barbecue. And you wanna make sure that you put them in indirect heat, not right over the flame. There we go. So we're cooking ours today around 400. So for us, that's going to be about 15 to 30 minutes maximum. But as you know, every grill differs. So what you wanna do is use the best trick in the book, the toothpick trick. So just put your toothpick in. If it comes out clean, then you know it's ready to go. Let's move on over to our fruit prep. So now we're gonna go ahead and we'll quarter these strawberries. Get them in there. They're a wonderful accompaniment any time of the year to this dessert. Interesting fact, strawberries are native to North America. And the cool thing, when we bought this property about 3 years ago, that field right over there just fills with wild strawberries. And they're the first ones to ripen in the spring, which is very cool. And another interesting fact that I learned recently, strawberries are actually, like biologically speaking, from the rose family. It's like, get out of here. Never would have known that and or guessed that. Now, all we have to do is just wait for the cakes to cook. I'm so excited about this dessert. Friends, our cakes are done. Let's go ahead and get them off. Oh, look at those. Those look amazing. So let's go ahead and plate one up. And then the best part of all, I'm gonna have one. I need to taste this. Nice and steamy. Go ahead and get yourself some Cool Whip. You just load that puppy up. Like this. All right, that looks good. Let's go ahead and load up our fruit. Run away, run away. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Get those on there. It doesn't have to be perfect, friends. It's not going to last very long. Time for the best part. Let's test this out. Just like last time, light, fluffy, super yummy. Your family is going to love this. Perfect ending to a great meal. Thanks so much for joining us today, friends. As you can see, wild game is nothing to be intimidated about. It can fit into your everyday life with ease. For more information on any of the recipes we made today, go on over to our website. Make sure you check us out next time on The Wild Grill, full of flavor.